Beats Planet.
Surprise, mother sucker. Supplies, mother sucker. Some fries, mother sucker. What's happening, man? It's Vach Lombardi. with something that I don't do often. It's 2:17 Central Time. Sun's still up and all that. Finally had an off day, 2 consecutive off days, and that was brand new for me. So what I did yesterday, because I finally had time away from the day job, I was like, let's wrap up quarterback week. I'm going on vacation next week. Birthday coming up and all that. I say, let me just grind and wrap up quarterback week so, I can have some content while I'm on vacation. So I did that. Welcome quarterback week. I might even drop a couple videos, like make a few videos to drop later on today. So, like I said, I got an off day. Also, since I rarely get an off day, I decided to drop this live stream just to get a temperature, a feel for the room, see where y'all at. Ask a few questions, see if y'all seen the Lamar Jackson film session, the very first film session from quarterback week that I dropped at 7 a.m. this morning Central Time. Also, with my dealings in quarterback week, I learned some new things, and that's that's another dimension that I just figured out about this channel and what it brings to the table. Is I feel like I've been a talent evaluator. Pardon me, I've been a football guy for a long time. I've been an actual coach for a shorter amount of time than I've been a football guy, but I've been a talent evaluator for a shorter amount of time, if that makes sense. Football guy, you could be a fan and be a football guy. As far as coaching, that's really X's and O's technique type of stuff, and I would evaluate talent and passing. Oh, this guy would be good at this guy would be good at that. But as far as an overall talent evaluator, I would only evaluate offensive line play, sometimes D-line play, because that's what I was coaching. I ain't really got a lot of experience with linebackers. I'm good at it, though. Running backs, DBs. You can really tell what I'm good at. And that's what I figured out reading the blogs and the Reddits and the dialogue about Vach Lombardi is that y'all can tell what I'm good at. And I couldn't really tell what I was good at until I went back and listened. Boy, I be killing these O-line, D-line film sessions, boy. But I'm kind of solid everywhere else, though. I've always felt like I was decent as a talent evaluator across the board, but sometimes it's hard for me to explain stuff. Like the year before, I knew why William Jackson III. Like I knew why I liked him, but it was hard for me to explain. But then last year, like Marshawn Lattimore happens, I was better at explaining stuff, right? And I think I get better every year. Quarterbacks, pretty much the same thing. And before I get into this, let me, I think Cool Ass Drake was first. Salute to Cool Ass Drake for being first in the comment section. Brandon Benjamin, Steven Benzik, Grave, 809, what's happening? Of O'Reilly, the guy, whatever that means. What's happening, man? The God, what's happening? Mike Spino, MF Reed, Zach Stemple, what's happening? Don't remember seeing your name, Zach Stemple. What's happening? Dakota Bear, Pusha TT, Cowboys X Factor. What's happening? I watched a couple of your videos the other day. Salute to you. Steve Amores, what's happening? Salute to Hispanic women. Jimmy Antoinette. Andrew Kim. The reason I said salute to Hispanic women, Steve is a male, of course, but he It's an inside joke because he shouted me out because I said his name right. And I told him Hispanic women got me right in Texas. So, with my whole Espanol situation. So that's where that jokes come from. That's where it comes from. Steve is not a woman. Salute to Steve, though. Festerson is up in here with that funny ass name, Vinny Vici #1. What's up, brother? Jared Costin, AAA12, AA12 master. What's happening? River Valley University. Is this the official River Valley University? What's up, man? Dill Gilbrand, Young C Money, who defends University of Texas in San Antonio to the death of him. Josh Enzer, there's a lot of y'all up in here. Drew Boogie up in here, RJ up in here. All right, cool. That's enough. Whew. Rick Cord up in here. Miss April Stanton. Hey, Miss April Stanton, what's happening? Women are way more important than the rest of y'all. Salute. And Ethan Ellington, what's up, y'all? So, anyway, back to what I was saying. Jazzy Jeff, what's happening? Like I was saying, so you can see how I evolve with my evaluations. I feel like I've gotten better every year. If you're a day one Vach Lombardi supporter, like you was around when I had the tabs in the videos and I would do three players at a time and I was real unpolished and all that, you can see how much I've evolved from then to now. And I've learned a few things working on quarterback week. I've learned that, and name sorry I learned this, but just hanging there with me, like the quarterback position, it's so different. Like we draft guards and plug them in, receivers, defensive players, DBs, we just plug them in. Wherever they get in where they fit in. Quarterback is the only position, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, quarterback is the only position to where we get guys, put them on our team, and we switch everything else to fit them. And I don't think I put enough consideration into that when I was evaluating quarterbacks in my old life. You know what I mean? So when I would evaluate a guy, I would look at how many reads they make. Oh, he made this many reads. And I would put that up against a guy that made more reads than him or was quicker at doing this and that. And I would go, man, he's better than him. He can make 4 reads opposed to this guy that only reads half the field. Well, even though that player still only reads half the field, I never took into consideration the coaches, the coordinators, the system that they're going to get into when they go to the league. There's a very strange situation. Okay, for example, like let's take a look at the Deshaun Watson situation. And if you hear a little flick in my background, kind of like that, don't be alarmed. I bought a new pocket knife today for my everyday carry load, and it is a dime piece. I love this thing, so I'm just gonna be flicking this in the background. Don't be alarmed. So the Deshaun Watson situation, it was very strange because the peanut gallery is gonna be the peanut gallery anyway. And in my Deshaun Watson film session, I said things like, he only reads half the field. He's kind of lacking in arm strength. I don't think he's a great downfield passer. He doesn't manipulate with his eyes. But he's a gamer, though. He's a winner. And to be fair, when you look at Clemson Tiger Deshaun Watson, that's very true. But what I've learned, and I'm learning every year, man, people, they listen to my tone. Also, like they listen to my information, they listen to what I'm saying, they're listening to my analysis, but y'all also listen to my tone. And I spoke upon Deshaun Watson in a tone in which he would be bad. And damn it, I ain't even say that. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, if you get Deshaun Watson in this situation and do this, he can be a winner. But this is what I see from him. But when you love Deshaun Watson and I'm saying these things, you don't want to hear me say nothing but Deshaun Watson is the GOAT and that's it. And I'm not going to say that. However, y'all not lying. My tone did come off as Deshaun Watson is terrible. Because in my mind, these lists of traits that I was looking at, in my mind, equals up to a quarterback that ain't going to be that good. That's not going to be that good. But I could see the positivity in Deshaun Watson. If I was an offense coordinator, I know how to win with Deshaun Watson. And then it clicked to me. When these coaches and these coordinators and when they get their hands on these quarterbacks, they do things that they're good at. And they subtract things that they're not good at. That's how you succeed with a rookie or a first-year quarterback. And damn it, I thought I was genius. When I thought of that, man, it was genius. I said all those bad things about Deshaun Watson, and it's true. Those were, in fact, bad things about Clemson Deshaun Watson. But I would think if I was an offense coordinator and I had Deshaun Watson, what would I do? Man, I'd give him some easy passes. I'd give him some easy reads. Oh, you got Deshaun Hopkins, Nuke Hopkins over there? It's going to be a lot of jump balls to him. Oh, you got Will Fuller over there? Deshaun Watson, you know how to read man coverage? Oh, you do, because Clemson Deshaun Watson knows how to read man coverage. If we got Will Fuller on any cornerback that ain't fast like Will Fuller, we gonna throw the ball to Will Fuller. Damn it, Will Fuller had more touchdowns than catches this year. That doesn't mean my assessment of Deshaun Watson was wrong. I just didn't take into consideration how a team would use him. And salute to Bill O'Brien because he used Deshaun Watson very well. It was a gang of throws that Deshaun could throw. Throws that he could throw. Deshaun Watson wasn't a great, deep, accurate quarterback, but when you're throwing to Nuke Hopkins, let him do the work. When you throw it to Will Fuller, you ain't got to be great because he's going to outrun this dude. Just get it there. You can look at Deshaun Watson and be like, okay, Deshaun Watson, you may not naturally manipulate free safeties with your eyes or whatever, but let's just make it look like you are. If you throw into the left and that's your read, we can still be a pro football team, read the left side of the field, and only consider throwing to the left side of the field. But hey, Deshaun Watson, here's some nuance. If you're going to throw a deep ball to the left to Will Fuller because you see one-on-one coverage, I want you to look to the right to move that safety. That's what I didn't consider, how much they would learn in the offseason. So if I'm Deshaun Watson, I didn't do a lot of eye manipulation in college, and Bill O'Brien say, if I'm throwing a fade to Nuke Hopkins, look the other direction first, then throw the fade to Nuke Hopkins, that's what I didn't anticipate. So when I'm looking at quarterback week this year, I take into consideration how these guys will be used. So if you have a problem with Lamar Jackson and the type of throws that he can make, how about you bring him into your team and only give him throws that he can make? I know Lamar Jackson is when he has a nice pocket in front of him, and I said this in my video, go watch it if you haven't seen it. When Lamar Jackson has a clean pocket in front of him, and he can do this, he can do that, he can be accurate. But I see the film in Lamar Jackson, for example, right? Because this is true. Say Lamar Jackson's accuracy gets a little wonky outside the numbers. They don't give him a whole bunch of passes outside the numbers. That's like clearly, right? Clearly. I still got to figure out this whole Josh Allen predicament. But whoever you are and you draft Josh Allen, you figure out what throws he can make. You figure out what throws he can't make. Then you only make him throw the throws that he can make. Me as film guy, as draft film guy, I'm not responsible for what happens 8 years down the line. I don't know what the hell these guys gonna learn. I don't know how they're gonna improve or whatever. But that first year, if they gotta play, their coaches are only gonna give them throws that they can make. Example. Let's take a look at Nick Foles. The Nick Foles versus Tom Brady matchup on paper sounds ridiculous. Blasphemy is what it sounds like. But when I was on my team Tom Brady whooping Nick Foles train, I didn't consider, what if Doug Peterson only did things that Nick Foles was good at? We understand that the New England Patriots, even though they got Tom Brady, they still were the worst defense in the league for a long time. I got to call it here. The worst defense in the league for a long time. So let's run the football and let's only give Nick Foles throws that he can throw. And I think that's how I'm evolving as a quarterback evaluator, because I consider those things now. You know, I look at Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield got pros, he got cons, right? Let's just put Baker Mayfield in the best position that we can possibly put him in to win. And let's go from there. You know what I mean? And if Baker fails to do that, even after us putting him in that situation, then we failed evaluating Baker Mayfield. I think that should be our new benchmark for how we evaluate guys. We should evaluate guys in a sense of, think of how they would be used in, to whatever team that they go to. Then evaluate if they can get the job done past that. Then we got action. Hey man, the phone lines are open. Feel free to call in 515-739-1285. Access code 309-104. We got a call in here right now. I'm about to jump into this real fast. We talking about quarterback week. We talking about evaluating the quarterback position as a whole. I'm not an expert, by the way. And you can talk about, let's just keep it quarterbacks right now. Let's just keep it quarterbacks, and we'll just go from there. 202, what's happening? Who this?
Oh, Sushi. What's up?
What's happening, brother? What you got for the show?
Hey man, I just watched your review on Lamar Jackson. Mm-hmm. It was dope.
Mm-hmm. Salute.
I agree that Lamar Jackson can make a whole bunch of things. I would just put him in the best position, make things that he can make, and give him a clean pocket. He'll be a great pocket passer, and he has the dual threat ability. So, yeah, basically my comment was that he's my number one prospect in the whole draft.
Okay.
I know that you have Quentin Nelson up there.
Love Quentin Nelson. Keep going.
Yeah, but I think Jackson will be a transcendent talent. He's like Mike Vick with a better arm, and I think that even Mike Vick would agree.
Yeah, I feel you on that. That's all you got? That's it?
Yeah, I mean, if I had to pick between quarterbacks, it's him or Rosen. I don't really think that Rosen's leadership skills will be as bad as people think they will be. I think that in a college environment, him being a rich kid, whatever, he spoke his mind, which that's what leaders do already. So if you give him a chance to be in the locker room for a year or two, I feel like everyone would gravitate to him. As well, I think that the Browns shouldn't draft the quarterback number one. I think that they should give Kaiser another year. Try their hand with Kaiser.
Okay. Hey man, I appreciate it. Thanks for the call, fam. Salute. Pretty good call. He says Lamar Jackson is his number one player in the whole draft. I mean, that's up to y'all. I mean, well, that's up to him, really. So y'all can debate that if you want to. Chris Feeman says, "What's up, Chris Feeman?" He said, "Vach, why you go so far on me? Tell me what that mean, Chris Feeman." So let me just say this to y'all too. Somebody on Twitter, and I saw in the comment section too. Yo, Vach, how do you think this quarterback class or like Lamar Jackson stack up to last year's class or like the Dak Prescott class? I don't know, man, because I gotta see how he, how him and Rosen stack up, or Mayfield or Darnold or whatever. But let me say this too. Something else I did different with quarterback week this year. I try to keep people name out of people's mouth when I try to keep people name out my mouth when I'm doing film sessions or whatever. So like if I'm watching film on Vita Vea, I try not to bring up Deron Payne, whatever. This year for quarterback week, I did it differently. I discussed top 5 guys amongst the top 5 guys. I feel like everybody does something differently. I'm not gonna give away any spoilers because I need y'all to watch the damn videos when they drop so I can get them views. But I gave analysis on, like Rosen and Luke Falk and Mayfield while I was doing Lamar Jackson's video. I think that's interesting when if you just keep listening to what I'm talking about, it'll be dope. It'll be dope how I put everybody's name together and all that. Tomorrow I'm dropping the Josh Allen video, so excuse me. So tomorrow, like I said, quarterback week, how this work? It works all week. It's kind of like Shark Week, but it's with quarterbacks. So I'm dropping Josh Allen video tomorrow because y'all felt like he was the second most interesting quarterback in the whole draft. I earn a lot of respect for these guys, man. When I evaluate them in the way that I just told y'all about previous to the caller that just called in or whatnot, I gain a lot of respect for these guys, man, because I look at them different. And I think I should do this with all prospects, like not just so much say what they do bad or, but take what they do good or what they do well, pardon me, and incorporate that into a situation, then go from there. I think that'll be interesting if I did that, especially with quarterbacks. I don't need nobody to tell me how to evaluate O-line and D-line. Y'all ain't gonna tell me that. But while I'm evaluating quarterbacks, I think that's something I'll do. I think that's something I can do moving forward. We had 24 minutes. We about to take a quick break because I'm Hollywood now and I got quick breaks. So, hey man, I'll be right back. Hold on, don't go nowhere. The YouTube Illuminati is taking money away from your favorite content creators, and people often ask the best way to support the channel directly. I tell them that's subscribing to my Patreon. Just $1 a month would increase production and the frequency of uploads. Basically, that means more content for you. For less than a bag of almond M&Ms, you can support the channel, call dibs on requests for future videos, and you can have access to Patreon exclusive material like my throwback film sessions. That's patreon.com/Vach Lombardi. I appreciate the support. Doski Woski. Salute. We back. We got to call it real quick. Don't forget about that Patreon, man. Patreon is more important than eating food. It's more important than drinking water. It makes this thing float. So if y'all support me, man, support that Patreon. And everything will be everything. We got Shreyas on the phone. What's up, Shrey?
What is up, Watch? How you doing, man?
Doski Woski, my man. What you got for the show?
Hey, I'm just here for the ride. I'm just seeing if I can, just stay in, listen to the great content you have to provide. If you're taking other calls, I'll say, can I do that?
Well, that's being a bad caller, Shrey. If you ain't got nothing to say when you jump on, damn. But I guess you can hang in there. But let's just move this content forward a little bit. You hit me up last night. I thought I had work at the day job, but I got canceled today, so I ended up staying at home. So I went to sleep on your ass. So, but you hit me up at midnight Central Time, and you was like, Vach, da da da, boom, boom, boom. Shrey, tell me what the hell you said and what you wanted to talk about. Get it off your chest, and I think this would be a good time to discuss it in front of the people.
All right, man. So recently, I've kind of been, going, just watching all the quarterbacks over and over again, trying to make a conclusion, trying to make a top 5 board or whatever you call it, right? And before all this, I had Lamar Jackson as my quarterback 5. Quarterback 4, quarterback 5, something around there, right? Mm-hmm. My number 1 was Josh Rosen, and it still is. That's a spoiler, right? Mm-hmm. Josh Rosen. I like Sam Darnold because, man, that boy is brave in the pocket. That boy is amazing. I still like him. Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen. What I discovered yesterday was a lot of the accuracy concerns and all that stuff they say about Lamar Jackson, it's overblown to an extreme point. I was watching supposedly his worst game versus, Mitch Trubisky. I think in NC State.
You say, hold on, time out. You say his worst game was against NC?
I think UNC, right? That's what people were saying.
You talking about the blue people or the Bradley Chubb people?
The blue people.
He had a great game against North Carolina, man. He had a terrible game against the Red Helmet Gangsters, but I think he did.
Yeah, I watched that too. And what I wanted to say about both those games.
Okay.
Here's from I guess the better game, right? The blue people. What I noticed was, 6 of his incompletions weren't even on him. Right, 6 of his incompletions, 3 of them the receiver ran the wrong route. First of all, the wide receiver had to run on a play. He ran a sweep. He had to run a hitch, and that caused Lamar Jackson to throw the ball short, and it almost got picked because the receiver ran the wrong route. And you see him after the play, he's shaking his head. And on the other plays, he missed one play, I think one throw the entire game, and that was a sideline route. Josh Allen missed that throw a lot of times, but people are like, oh, well, he makes that throw. He's a tough guy, man. Big, strong arm in the pocket, Tall and throws the ball hard. And you see Lamar Jackson, he makes the same exact throw. That was the one time he missed it. In that game, he made the same exact throws that Josh Allen misses so many times, and he makes it so much without as much effort. Doesn't wind up as much. He releases so much quicker. The ball comes out at basically the same speed, and it gets there more accurate. And people are concerned about Lamar Jackson's inaccuracy issues. I'm like, are you watching the game? What are you watching? I don't understand.
Well, that's why I always encourage people to do your own homework, man. Because if you listen to the peanut gallery, if you look at the mock drafts and you only leave it to mock drafts, you only leave it to peanut gallery, if I believed in the peanut gallery, I would have walked out thinking that Josh Allen is a top 5 guy because that's all we're talking about, and that Lamar Jackson is a day 2 guy because that's all they were talking about. But if I watch the film, if I just look at the film, I like Lamar Jackson much more than the draft Illuminati is giving him credit for, and I'm starting to not like Josh Allen for. Let me word this right, because y'all gonna take this to the house if I say it wrong. Josh Allen has a lot more concerns than the peanut gallery are letting you on to believe, right? I was on the radio with some with this radio station in Maine one time, right? And I was just talking about the draft Illuminati, and I was talking about the little Senior Bowl practice drill that they had. Where they had the 3 holes in the net, and Baker Mayfield move left, move right, move back, throw the ball in the net, and they did it for Josh Allen, and he threw the ball over the net. But the commentator was like, "Yeah, he missed the whole net, but man, did you see the arm strength when he missed the whole net though?" I think it's so silly to me how they hype people up. I don't know what they do to decide who's gonna be great or why Josh Allen is number one in these mocks or whatever. And don't get me wrong, I like Josh Allen, but I like my favorite pencil. I like Blue Moon beer. I like my new pocket knife. But I'm sure if I had children, I would like them more than my pocket knife. Right? It's levels to everything. And the things that we're giving Josh Allen credit for, we're totally neglecting with these other guys. I can make an argument that Luke Falk is better than Josh Allen, but we ain't talking about Luke Falk.
Yeah.
We talking about who the draft Illuminati wants us to talk about. And that's why I make these videos. That's why I made this channel to help steer people in the right direction that may not have a clear idea of their own. But go ahead, Shrey.
Real quick. When you talk about the draft Illuminati, are you talking about the four-letter networks, the people up in the the TVs talking about this, or are you talking about?
I'm talking about media scouts. Like there are media scouts, there are network people, then there's like regular scouts that actually work for a team. Then there's like the internet guys that, like me, Brett Coleman, Matt Wallman, you know what I'm saying? Anybody putting in the work. Right. Anybody putting in the work. Nick Gashler, Lieutenant Dan, Shreyas and Arnav. Anybody that's putting in the work. I don't care what y'all's opinions are. You can think Josh Allen is the best quarterback, but long as you did the work and you showed it, I'm fine with that. These people, whoever's in charge, whoever, when they walk into the big dark shady room and the three hooded men walk in with their face covered up and they do their damn Illuminati ritual and they look Mike Mayock and Mel Kiper and Todd McShay, they look them in the face and they go, "This is our agenda. Push it." Then they walk out of the room. They walk out the door. For some reason, somebody think Colton Miller should go top 12, right? I
saw the Louisville left tackle, the guy who gets bullied every play. Mel Kiper had him in the first round. Are you kidding me? If you watch that guy play, he looks like Eric Flowers, but on like decongestion or something. He's like so bad. He just cannot play football. And these guys have him in the first round. Doesn't make any sense.
For whatever reason, the draft Illuminati push whoever they want to push, and I don't know the reasoning behind it, but they find a guy to like, somebody that's marketable, somebody that you can get behind, and they push that guy. Like for whatever reason, like I like Marcus Davenport. But you can make the argument that Marcus Davenport is getting more pub than Bradley Chubb. That ain't supposed to rhyme or whatever. But he's getting more attention than Bradley Chubb. Now, we all know that Chubb's going to get drafted before Davenport. But for whatever reason, they pushing the guys they want to push. And I know young C Money is a current student at University of Texas in San Antonio, and he going to be in the comments at any minute telling us how we feel about Marcus Davenport. But if you watch the film, this ain't ambiguous. There are no question marks here. I heard them say, I was at Wild Wings actually, and I only really watch the four-letter network is if I'm at work and my patient's watching it, or I'm at Wild Wings or something. They was like, "Oh, this D-line class ain't that deep," and I'm like, "What?" I'm like, word? I'm like with Vita Vea and them and Hurst and Payne and the Red Helmet Gangsters and Puna Ford and all those guys. I'm like, this class ain't deep. So
this class is so deep. Those guys in the red helmets, they're projected to be 6th rounders. In any other draft, these guys would be 2nd, 3rd rounders.
I mean,
they're 6th rounders deep.
I mean, that's why I made this YouTube channel for 3 reasons, really. For me to put my opinion out there, and for me to give my opinion and show my work, to show you why I think that, but to also, and this like a double-sided coin or whatever. Well, all coins are double-sided, but like it's 2 sides to what I'm about to say next. Like,
I got you.
I want to have an avenue to where if you're a football fan, but you may not know all the ins and outs of being a football fan, I want to teach you some non-typical football fan stuff. So then you can take my lessons, and I'm not no teacher or nothing, but you can take my lessons, go out and watch film on your own, and you can evaluate for your damn self so you don't have to go through the YouTube Illuminati. But I don't know, man. Hey, Shrey, hold on, man. Since you want to hang around and shit, we got a caller on the line. He been waiting, so we're gonna bring this call in. But you just hang around or whatever. 260, who this?
Oh, that's me. Yeah, I want to talk about a couple players real quick.
What's up, me? what you got for the show, fam?
Well, I want to talk about quarterbacks real quick. Just a couple of things. Right?
Let's do it.
I watched the Lamar Jackson video. I thought it was dope.
Okay.
Spot on. And I wanted to say this. One, you got to look at players' entire resume, right? You look at Mayfield. I've been watching him since his sophomore year. Mayfield, he has whatever it is, he has, right? He walked on twice, bet on himself, made, right? There's some things that you cannot teach a player, right? You can't teach a hill how to be a mountain, right? Okay. There's some things that you cannot teach. He has a lot of those things.
You hold up. You ain't finna walk past that. Don't you walk past that. You can't teach a hill how to be a mountain. Damn it. Keep going. I love that. Keep going.
And there are things that he has that other players don't have. He's going to keep going. He's a fighter. You want a guy like that in your huddle when you're down by a couple of points, and he's going to make sure that everybody's ready to play, and he's going to tell you we're going to win this game. Something that other players do not have, right? That it factor. That's what I felt with Deshaun Watson last year. Now moving on. Going to Josh Rosen. I love Josh Rosen. I think he's a great player. This whole thing about his attitude and his issues is crazy talk to me because for some reason the draft Illuminati want these quarterbacks to act like 55-year-old men with 3 children and be super boring, never say anything that colors outside the lines and want them to fit to some sort of box. Josh Rosen comes around and says a couple of smart things, intelligent things, mind you, that shows you that he's his own person, has his own thoughts, and doesn't just want to follow, somebody else's lead. That's a leader. That's a leader. He's not a follower. That's why I like him, and those are reasons that other people should like him. Those aren't reasons to dislike him. So that's another thing that kills me about the draft. And now when it comes to Lamar Jackson, I mean, everything speaks for itself. I mean, the man just balls out. Like you said in the Lamar Jackson video, most of his runs are designed runs, but the draft Illuminati will have you thinking that all he does is just run the ball. Oh, there's nothing open, I'm running. Or even if there is something open, I'm going to run it anyway. They have people thinking the wrong things. I was watching NFL Network, and Charlie Cashley was talking about, he doesn't have any poise in the pocket. And I was like, these guys they have not watched film at all. They don't watch these players. They just parrot the same stuff that everybody else has been saying, and it becomes an echo chamber. And then everybody else who doesn't actually study their tape, they start to believe it, and then you get these narratives, and then you get people who pass on great players, like teams passed on Deshaun Watson last year, because they've listened to people who think that they know everything, but they still end up messing up right there. I'm an NFL scout. I know what I'm talking about. But you thought Ryan Leaf was great. You thought Kyle Bowman was going to be great. So how great are you actually at your job? That's why I like watching people like you, the guys from MVP Scouting, Matt Waldman, because these guys actually, you actually dig deep into it. You don't just go off of, whatever. That's why I hate Mel Kiper, because I don't know his hair. I don't know what happened to this dude, but he's totally lost his mind. He's totally lost it. He's either getting paid under the table. I don't know what it is, but the kind of stuff that he says, it blows my mind. Now, I don't love Darnold, but I don't hate him. I think he shows flashes that he can be an incredible quarterback, and I like a lot of his traits and a lot of his tools. So if I was a team, I would take him. Obviously, I'd sit him for a while because I think there's some things he needs to learn. But I think he has the ability to be good. But when it comes to Josh Allen, I'm sorry, but he is absolute dumpster fire. He's trash. He's not good. He isn't good. Now, can he throw the ball to him? Yes. He's tall.
Ooh, wait a minute. Don't go nowhere. Hold up. Don't go nowhere. Wait a minute. Jalen, this man said Josh Allen is trash. Do you have a rebuttal?
He's not trash. That's my rebuttal.
All right, Jay. I'm putting you back on hold. I thought you were gonna be nasty for a minute. All right, me 260. Keep going, fam. My bad. I thought Jay was gonna be nasty and argue with you, but he didn't. Go ahead, keep going.
Well, all I was gonna say is, I don't even mean to be reductive and super simple with it, but I don't get the hype at all behind Josh Allen. I watched him play. Yeah, I mean he can throw the ball, son, and he flashes some things. but he is so far from being anything to ready for. And I think it's unfair to him that they're, pushing him up there. It's kind of like they did with Ryan Leaf, right? These players, if they go to the NFL and they end up failing or not, even being decent enough to go to the building, what happens to them? They have these mental issues, and this dude might end up, drinking himself out of the league, something crazy. This way you can't be throwing that kind of hype behind these guys because he's not good. I like Mike White a lot more. I like Caroletta a lot more.
Yeah.
I like my man from Oklahoma State. I can't think of his name.
Mason
right now,
Rudolph.
I like him a lot more. Yeah, Mason Rudolph. I like him a lot more. So I think it's really unfair to Josh Allen, because if he was rated like say a third rounder, I'd be all about it, right? But him being the number one pick or top 5, then you want to go and say all these bad things about him, and I feel kind of like a jerk because I'm saying it. But then it's also putting undue pressure on him because then he has to go and live up to that, and he's not there yet.
Hey man, you sure did bring some ass whoop on this one, fam. What's your name, me, so I can put you in as a platinum caller?
It's Dill Gabron, Dillgibran.
You say is what? Dill LeBron.
Dill Gabron, Dill Dillgibran.
Dill Gabron.
Yeah.
What the hell that mean?
my last name is Dill, and then Gabron. Gabron was a philosophy that I like philosophy.
Okay, I'm gonna put you down for Dill Gabron. Then, hey man, you made some great points on this call, man. Salute to you. You are platinum now, man. Thanks for the call, bro.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Shrey, you have a response for Dill Gabron and all the greatness he was hitting us with.
Bro, all I gotta say is he brought it, and I absolutely agree. And once he touched on one thing that I want to talk about is when media says, "Oh, Lamar Jackson makes one read and he runs. He doesn't go through a complex drive system or something random dumb shit like that." Yeah. All you gotta say is, first of all, he's operated in a mostly pro-style offense with flood concepts and spacing concepts and a bunch of other pro-style concepts, which I can't remember off the top of my head.
True, I got
He operated in offenses that use the same ideas that are used in the pros to get separation to, the strategy that is involved in the pros. He's accustomed to that. So first of all, that doesn't even make sense. Second of all, when you watch him play, when you watch him pass, he stays in the pocket until the very last second when you know that there is no way for him to throw the ball to anyone. Then he runs, or he takes the sack, which is rare, because he usually runs away after 4 defenders are chasing him, after everybody downfield is covered. So he has to run. He goes out of bounds. He takes his yards. He manages the play. What I don't like is when people say he makes one read and he runs. Which I think they're just looking at read option plays, and they don't understand that it's a designed run from the start. He basically fakes the handoff, and they think it's a play option or RPO or something, and they're not aware that it's a run all the way out. And you see the wide receivers downfield are blocking, and they're like, "Oh no, it must be routes. It must be special routes in which the wide receiver goes in and grabs the defensive back and holds him." Yeah, that's the route he runs. Right. That doesn't make any sense. It's like the arguments just don't make any sense.
I feel you, Shrey. You sound very pissed off right now. I'm going to leave you alone before you slap me. That'd be a terrible idea. We got Jalen on the phone. What's up, Jalen? You back, man? What's happening? You back like broad straps. What you got, brother?
Hey, I got a different argument. I know we're talking about these quarterbacks, but if I may, I do have a nasty argument against this other quarterback debate.
What you got?
That I thought I should bring it here.
What you got?
And that is Andrew Luck versus Cam Newton.
Okay. Is this what y'all been cussing about in my damn chat box?
I'm sorry, but if they seriously think Cam Newton is better than Andrew Luck, they are high as hell.
Okay,
First off, don't give me this. Cam is so gifted.
Okay,
Cam can do this. When Andrew Luck can do the same goddamn thing, I'm actually about to look it up. What was Andrew Luck's 40 time? Because I think he ran like a 4.58, and he's
Sure.
6'4", 250 himself.
Sure.
So what is that? He's not an athletic quarterback?
Okay.
Or no, he ran a 4.67. That's not athletic?
Right.
He threw like a 7-yard pass in his pro day. Is that not athletic? Is that not a big arm? All right, he could probably hit 55 on the radar gun. That's not a big arm?
Damn.
All right, now we're talking about every time they say, well, did Andrew Luck get a Super Bowl runner-up? Did he get an MVP? Huh? Did he have his defense led by Luke Kuechly carry the fuck out of him for a season? No, because Andrew Luck's team are consistently one of the goddamn worst in the league. They went 2-14 the year before he got there. Next year, boom, 11-5 playoffs, 11-5 playoffs, 11-5 playoffs. Shoulder injury, lacerated kidney. He's out for the season. That was a rough season. Next year he comes back 8-8, 8-8. This year we got the 3rd overall pick because he was fucking gone. And then everyone's like, well, Cam's not an injury-prone quarterback. And guess what? Luck is. Luck's such an injury-prone bitch. Guess what? Fucking Cam gets injured himself every year, too. And guess what Luck did? Luck's injuries was a lacerated kidney.
Damn.
Really? That happens a lot?
It does.
That's a freak injury of a freak injury.
What'd you say, Shreyas?
And then the other one?
Shreyas, what you say?
Like in the injured kidney, like the defender literally ran his helmet down Andrew Luck's stomach. While
he speared him. No, it's like Edge. When Edge has a guy leaning on the ropes and he's getting ready for that finishing move, the defender slicked back his hair and speared Andrew Luck in his goddamn abdomen. And that's an injury-prone quarterback for some reason. All right, what's the other one?
Time out. Jalen, stop. If anybody is pro Cam Newton, call in right now. Let me see something. Hold up. 773. Are you pro Cam Newton?
Man, yeah, heck yeah.
Talk to him then, 773. Talk to Jalen then.
Hold up, man. This is the one and only River Valley University, first off.
Okay,
and,
so listen.
So
time out. Listen, do you go to River Valley University? Are you a representative of River Valley University? Or is that a school you made up in your head?
I mean, it's a tribe, man. You can call it what y'all want to call it. But look.
Okay, you made up River. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, when y'all talking about Cam and y'all talking about Andrew Luck, first off, let's say it together. Yeah. The best ability is availability.
And Cam ain't available.
Damn.
What the hell?
Shit.
We're talking about it like Cam's just as healthy. What happened at the beginning of the season? Didn't he have a messed up rotator cuff? He didn't even finish last year.
Can't survive the car accident. He didn't
even finish last year. That's the funny part. He did not finish last year. He didn't need to finish last year. The team finished last year. Oh, why didn't he?
He survived a car accident.
The team was finished last year.
Third and then it out again? Was he finishing third?
The damn CEO, the owner of the team, got hit with sex scandals, man. It was all over the place.
Man, what the hell does Jim Irsay do? Jim Irsay's over here driving like $40,000 a bill. You want to talk about owners?
What?
You say,
wait a minute. You say, wait a minute. Stop it. You say if Cam Newton was so great, they wouldn't be selling the Panthers. Keep going. That what you saying? Keep going.
Who's saying that?
Nah, I didn't say that exactly, but.
Oh, you
know. Get out of here with that, man. Look, first off,
2014, how many games did he play in 2014?
Ain't the best QB ever. But I'm talking about,
But he ain't better than Andrew Luck.
Playing games. Andrew Luck ain't good to nobody, and he's sitting at the crib.
Andrew Luck is good enough to go to the AFC Championship with the trash-ass roster. He played quarterback. He played quarterback in New England in the AFC Championship, and guess who the team he beat the week before was?
Who he beat?
He beat a team called the Denver Broncos.
Damn.
Nick Foles
even better. And guess what happened the next year with that same Denver Broncos team? They went and beat the shit out of Cam Newton in San Francisco.
Man? Look, no. Andrew Luck is a good quarterback.
No, he's a top 5 quarterback.
He just can't stay healthy. That don't matter. It don't matter. You could be a top 5 surgeon in the world, but if you ain't got no hands, then what you gonna do?
But what matters is if you play better than Cam Newton when you're playing, because motherfucker, he's better than Cam Newton when he's playing.
Hey, I ain't seen him in the Super Bowl yet.
Well,
Jalen, what you gonna do?
I ain't seen him in. I'm just saying, I ain't seen him in the Super Bowl yet.
Guess what? He finished. He went to the AFC Championship game. Lost to the Patriots team that went to win the Super Bowl.
You know why he keep getting hurt? Because he ain't playing from the pocket. He keep taking off and running. He ain't trusting his arm.
Where the hell does Cam play from then?
Jay-
Cam just this pocket passer?
Jalen, can I?
Cam plays from the field. Look, Cam is on the field. That's all that matters.
Damn.
He's playing on the field.
Let me explain these two injuries.
Jalen, can I ask you a question?
There ain't
Jalen.
no explanation.
Jalen.
People, they are getting hit all day.
Jalen, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are you saying Andrew Luck would have jumped on that fumble in the Super Bowl? Is that what you're saying?
Are you fucking kidding me? He would have easily jumped on that fumble. Because one, he's quicker.
Andrew Luck wouldn't have been.
He
in
wouldn't
the
have
Super
fumbled the
Bowl.
ball in the first place, actually.
Can't be talking about
Andrew Luck has been dealing with the trash-ass O-line his whole year.
Yo, y'all got it.
Y'all is tripping.
He
Let
ain't
Andrew
fumbling the ball
Luck
in
lead
the
the
first
team.
place.
Let Andrew Luck stay healthy and lead the team all year.
Then
And then you can have this
let Cam Newton
conversation.
get the worst roster in the NFL and go 11-5. How about that one?
He ain't doing it.
This nigga made the playoffs going 7-9-1.
That year, Cam was throwing it to Butterfinger's head again, and he still was in the Super Bowl.
And they were running the ball every other play. With really?
What are you talking about?
No, let's go down with it. Now, who is on Andrew Luck's team that's elite? Frank Gore literally averages 1 yard a fucking carry. His head coach is Sean Pagano.
You got what? You got T.Y. Hilton. You got Moncrief.
T.Y. Hilton's such a
He
stud,
always had a
He's
tight
literally
Y'all
a Danny
Y'all
Amendola.
got 60 more seconds before I
doing?
cut y'all off. Y'all got 60 more
He's
seconds.
a Danny
Come on,
Amendola
man.
at best.
Don't be playing
And no,
like that, man.
You talked about availability because I need to get this point in and make it 100%
Yeah, availability.
clear.
No, it ain't.
Andrew Luck
no
had
point,
a
man.
freak
It's no
injury
point.
from a lacerated kidney. The other injury was a shoulder injury that he played the entire 2016 season through and threw 31 touchdowns with that shoulder.
And now,
He just missed last year because he
where
got
did that get him? though?
Y'all got
Where did
20
that
more
get him?
seconds
Where did that get him?
before I
Where
cut
did
Got
that
him
get
eight
him?
and eight.
On the couch.
Got him better than what-
Survived a car accident. Cam
All right,
Newton out
if we
here
put Cam,
surviving
if we
hits
put
to the
Cam on the
head.
coach,
He out here
what the hell
beating
are the
their
coaches?
defenses. What are you
I'm
talking
pretty
about? He out there
confident
going
he'll
against
go
the
5-11
Falcons
every
every week, the Saints
Okay.
every week. Man,
Yeah.
Andrew Luck ain't playing nobody.
Oh, man.
Yo, man, these guys went in.
Shrey, let me mute you too. God damn. Oh, man. We going to take a quick break. 954, don't go nowhere. We going to take a quick break. And we going to come back. And we going to talk some more football, man. Hold on. It's Vash Lombardi. Tired of your mock draft simulators giving you unrealistic results like this? Vash Lombardi uses the Fan Drafted app. I can come on here and I can build my own mock drafts. We go Josh Rosen, number 1, and we go Quentin Nelson, number 2. I can build my own big board with Quentin Nelson on the top of it because I feel like he's the best player in this draft. Sue me. I can do player rankings. I can move guys all up and down this thing if I want to. But the most fun that I have is using the live draft where I only use one team. And we get the Giants and we're going to go 4 rounds and let's see. So we got Josh Rosen with the number 1 overall pick. I'm the New York Giants. Say I want to mix things up and take Minka Fitzpatrick, number 2. And then we move on with the rest of the draft. Say in the second round, I want Will Hernandez to save the New York Giants. Boom, boom, boom. Like that. I can have hours of fun doing this just on my phone and not getting fired at my day job. It's the Fan Drafted app, man. It's available on the Google Play Store. Type it in just like that. Fan Drafted. And I'm Vash Lombardi, man. Salute. Whew. We back. We back. Yeah, we back. Yeah. We back. Shrey, you still there, man?
Hey, I'm still there, man.
Okay,
Yo,
cool.
I like that chance to rap, man. I like that.
Yeah, man. Chance call, man. Chance to rap call. Shrey, who do you think's better out of Andrew Luck and Cam Newton?
Okay, I'm gonna be the rational, I guess, calm down here and say I can see both arguments. If you want to argue availability, then I don't know. It's kind of hard to go against Cam Newton. But if you're arguing pure talent, like when they're both on the field, both at their peaks, you got to go with Andrew Luck. He's literally flawless. He literally doesn't have anything wrong with his playing whatsoever. Like anything that is wrong with Andrew, I can't find any weakness in their game. He's just on another level. Andrew Luck is just just phenomenal. There's nothing wrong with what he does. Cam Newton, I would point out a few things that are wrong with Cam Newton that aren't wrong with Andrew Luck. One is setting his feet consistently and throwing, those short passes. Occasionally, what Cam Newton does is he can do it. He can make every pass that he wants to, but sometimes he takes plays off. Andrew Luck doesn't take plays off. Cam Newton does take some short throws off, puts too much heat on them, puts too little heat on them, something like that. Limits the yak that the receiver can gain because they have to adjust to the ball so much. Now, don't get me wrong. He can thread the needle, but he has those lapses sometimes where he doesn't. And he doesn't. I mean, Andrew Luck just doesn't have any lapses at any time. He's just always really good.
Yeah.
And I can't put him ahead as a passer or a quarterback because they both can run. We know that.
I feel you. You say Cam Newton take plays off. Rex Smith in the comments say Luck take games off. That is hilarious.
No, but I'm arguing arguing based on if they're both there, if they're both available, if you're sure that they're both available. Now, realistically, sure, you can put Cam Newton ahead of him. I have no problem because the fact that whatever reason it is, he's still hurt. Andrew Luck is still hurt. It doesn't matter how he got hurt. It doesn't matter if the guy literally speared him, literally took his helmet and ran it 50 miles down his stomach in a play. He still got hurt. Whatever. It's
gotcha.
Whatever. If you want to argue that, sure. If you want to argue that the freak injuries will keep happening over and over again because some voodoo curse with Andrew Luck, sure, whatever. You can argue that, but
Gotcha.
Andrew Luck is better.
Gotcha. We're gonna move on. We got a couple more minutes left in the show. We're gonna move on and see what let me just tell y'all this in case y'all didn't know. I'm gonna be in Dallas for the draft. So I think I'm gonna be there like a day before the draft. I'm gonna see the city. I'm gonna do a meet and greet and all that. Set up little situations, where we can chill out. You know what I'm saying? I may buy y'all a beer or something like that. I'm gonna have some shirts. Because I'm designing some new shirts right now. You know what I'm saying? Those will be available soon. And then, you can come hang out with me. Apparently, Lieutenant Dan is going to be there. Law Nation is going to be there. If you're a Cowboys fan, you know who Mark Holmes and Foots the King are. They're allegedly going to be there. So I'm going to be, mingling with y'all. And if y'all try something stupid, if y'all try, I'm licensed. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep this shit civil. 954. What's happening? Who it is?
What up, man? It's your boy Big Kev, your resident Giants fan here, man. How y'all doing?
What's happening, man? What's happening? Doski Wosk, what you got for the show?
Man, I'm here to talk quarterbacks with you, man. Since we got that number 2 pick, I've seen all these mock drafts talking about we going to take a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, let me say this. I don't want a quarterback at 2. Give me Saquon Barkley. Give me a trade down. Or give me the bad boy Quentin Nelson, the offensive guard. I'll take him at 2. Quentin Nelson, the bad boy, I'll take him at 2. I don't know. They don't want nobody wants to say about you don't draft a guard that high. But when we're going about these quarterbacks, man, I don't want not one of them. And I'm gonna tell you why. First off, let's talk about Josh Rosen. Now listen, I don't have much to complain about Josh Rosen's game. I think he has a pretty good game. My biggest thing with Josh Rosen is he's a little streaky. I watched a couple games where Josh Rosen will just miss a pass after pass after pass. Again, it comes to mind the Colorado game. Josh Rosen was just off. He was just missing pass after pass. But then when he gets in the rhythm, he's hitting those short slants or those quick outs, and he finds the rhythm, he'll tear you up. My biggest problem with Josh Rosen is things that don't have to deal with football. First off, injury concern. Josh Rosen, he had a knee injury, he had a shoulder injury, then he's had multiple concussions. Now, the thing that really hurts me with him is those concussions, because I don't know how much people know about Josh Rosen, but his father, I believe, was a neurosurgeon, working with neurons in your brain. Listen, man, Josh Rosen can have another concussion and wake up one day and realize, you know what? My family's well off. I have money. I already had 2 concussions. Maybe I don't need to keep doing this for another 3 to 4 years.
Okay.
So next thing you know, a team who spent a top 5, top 10 pick on Josh Rosen is out of a quarterback looking for a quarterback again in 4 or 5 years. I don't want to do that as a New York Giants fan. We spent a number 2 draft pick on you and you're gone in 3 or 4 years. I don't want to take that chance. Next, Sam Darnold. If you ask me personally, as watching the tape of Sam Darnold, knowing what I know about USC quarterbacks, I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. I'm staying away from Sam Darnold. His mechanics are wonky. He just looks awkward playing the quarterback spot. It just looks weird. He just looks awkward to be running around throwing. Wow. So that USC quarterback is a track record of them guys not really working out. I think the best one recently was, recently is going back a couple of years, is Carson Palmer, and he's had a slightly above average career his whole time. I don't think I want to spend a number 2 pick on that. I'm staying away from Sam Darnold. Then get to the next quarterbacks. Now we're talking about next 2 quarterbacks. My favorite 2. First off, I am a huge Josh Allen supporter. I know you got a lot of people that hate Josh Allen. I love the kid. Why? Because first, let's get the things out the way everybody talks about. 6'4", almost 6'5", 240, almost 50 pounds. Rocket launcher for an arm. Kid can run around. He's more than just a quarterback that can scoot. He's damn near can be a running quarterback. He has enough size to him. He has enough speed to him. He'll break tackles. I love that. I love his competitive fire. Okay. What people need to realize about Wyoming. You gotta understand, this man's coming out of Wyoming. Okay. He ain't coming out of Notre Dame. He ain't coming out of some top SEC school.
Wyoming.
Pac-12. He ain't coming out. He's coming out of Wyoming. Let me tell you something about Wyoming. Before Josh Rosen spent 2 seasons at Wyoming, they never had a back-to-back winning season. The 2 years Josh Allen spent in Wyoming, they not only did they have back-to-back winning seasons, they matched their most wins in the West in both years and got to 2 bowl games. That's on Josh Allen. Josh Allen was hurt for 2 games. Wyoming could barely sniff half field without Josh Allen at quarterback. People need to realize when he lost a lot of weapons, and we're talking about Wyoming, there weren't big weapons to start with because most of those guys went early black to the NFL anyway. But the weapons that he did have, he lost them. I believe at one point they had a wide receiver who they had to convert from running back last year to go out there and catch passes for Josh Allen. But all the receivers they had were brand new guys. Not only were they dropping passes, they were just running the wrong route, period. This guy had to deal with so many things to make that offense work at all. And somehow he was able to gut out 8 wins for that team. Then we have Lamar Jackson. I know when the big discussion is, why do we give Josh Allen a pass for these things that we don't give Lamar Jackson a pass for? I'm not one of those people. A lot of the same things I see with Josh Allen, I see being a detriment to Lamar Jackson. His supporting cast isn't that good. He got wide receivers dropping passes. He's got offensive linemen letting guys coming at him free. A lot of these things that happen with Lamar Jackson happen with Josh Allen. The reason I personally put Josh Allen above Lamar Jackson is because, one, Josh Allen can make all the throws. I know people are going to say, but can you make him accurately? Yeah, he can when he's not trying to avoid 3 people coming at him free of the rest. Yes, he can throw the ball accurately. He can make all those throws.
So let me ask you a question. So when he was throwing the ball at the net, he didn't have no pass.
I saw that video too. Hey, Vox, I'm not gonna lie. I saw that video too, and I'm a hardline Josh Allen supporter. But when I saw that video, I was like, ugh.
Okay. Wasn't no pass rush.
You know what? They had an interview with him. And he was like, yeah, man, I know people saw that ball really just slipped out my hand when I was trying to throw it. I know it's the go-to excuse, but I like the kid enough to I say, you know what? Maybe the ball slipped out his hands when he was throwing it.
I've never seen a ball slip out somebody's hand with that much velocity.
Exactly. That's that arm shit ain't nothing to play with, boss.
Like if a ball slipped out of my hands, gravity would take the ball to the ground, not up and over the net. But that's just me. Go ahead.
Now, Josh out. He has an over-the-top release, though. So I said, listen, I know if you do the whistle for him, so you know what? He took the ball, slipped out his hands, and the leading thing was his Senior Bowl performance. He threw some very nice touch passes at the Senior Bowl. So I was like, you know what? He said slipped out his hands. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say he slipped out his hands because he played well enough in the game as is.
Okay, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Make your next 30 points in 30 seconds. Go.
next 30 points. All right. Like somebody else said, Mason Rudolph, I don't know why he's not talked about more. People want to knock at him for not having an arm test because he's 6'5". I think Mason Rudolph throws some of the better touch passes in this quarterback class coming out. I think he has a nice little ability in the pocket for a guy his size, his weight. I think he should be getting looked at a little more. As far as these other quarterbacks like the Kyle Llewellyn and the Mike White, that's full of those guys are going to go late. They're not going to get started out, those guys. I don't see a starter there. I see some very good backups. Maybe a guy who can come in and spot start for you, but I don't see either one of those guys developing in the top 10 starters in the NFL. But Lamar Jackson, I think Lamar Jackson should definitely be talked about, top, if not top 3, top 4 quarterback. He shouldn't go past 15, if you ask me.
Hey man, thanks for the call, bro. You came in and look, man, the damn chat box was with you. They was like, yeah, but then you was like, I love Josh Allen. They was like, oh shit. So salute to you. Shrey, you got any closing remarks before I wrap this thing up?
All right, man. Hey, as a Giants fan, some of his
Quickly
points actually made sense to me. I mean, I was kind of in disagreement with almost everything he said, but I got to give it to him, man. The man made his points, and he made them eloquently, and he proved why he was thinking what he was thinking. Mm-hmm. And the thing about Josh Allen that I don't like is he makes easy throws. Okay, I wouldn't say he makes hard throws look harder because of his release. Like, he takes, like a year to throw the ball. Like, he's winding up over there. It's not as bad as Sam Darnold, but it's still pretty long. Okay. You see guys like Josh Rosen. You see guys like Lamar Jackson. The reason why I like them so much, their release is compact. Their velocity is good. Guys like Baker Mayfield, they get the ball out quick, and they don't give the defense extra time to react. You saw what happened when Josh Allen went against a real defense in Iowa. Josh Jackson was sitting there picking him off. He was like, they were biting on every pass play because he takes that extra second to throw the ball, which really costs you in the pros. And all right, you want to argue that he's going with wide open. He has bad talent with him. Well, bro, he's playing in the Mountain West. It's not like they're exactly the most defensively talented division or something. So, right? It's a conference or something.
So, Shrey, peep this out. Shrey, peep this out. I'm gonna drop the Josh Allen video tomorrow, and we're gonna have a conversation on the live stream tomorrow. Because I don't plan on having 5 live streams for 5 days of quarterback week, but I might do it. We'll see. Plug your stuff and get out of here, man.
All right, man. This is Shreyas from Blue 9 Productions. We're just a bunch of fans, Giants and Patriots fans, talking football like watch. Blue 9, BLUENINE, and yeah.
that's Blue 9 Productions on YouTube. They break down film for the Giants and the Patriots. Come on, Shreyas. I'm gonna talk to you later, bro. So peep this out, y'all. In my closing remarks before I leave, I think quarterback week this year, I think it's been a success because I know what these videos are before y'all do. By the end of the week, we're going to have another conversation about them, and we'll touch on that when we get there. I got one last remark that I'm going to leave y'all with it. Let's not get so caught up in the whole premium position thing when we're talking about drafting guys early. This is just something that I generally disagree with. I was going to say it earlier, but Jalen was on fire. Shrey was on fire. River Valley University was on fire. Salute to them. let's not get so caught up in what positions you should and should not take top 5. The point of the draft is the team that loses the most or that gathers the best draft capital, they get the best players. That's what this is all about. But somehow the media has taken the draft and they made it a reality show. They made it a spectacle. They made it a circus. So now we're overly concerned with the type of players that we get. We got a top 5 pick. We should only be drafting corners, pass rushers, and quarterbacks. I mean, that's cool, but what if you don't have faith in those quarterbacks? What if the corner you looking at has only played nickel and safety in college, and you have some questions? What if you're not sold on the best pass rusher in the draft? I mean, he's the best edge player, but what if you feel like there are better pass rushers than him in the second round, and your team may not necessarily need a pass rusher? You have 21 positions on your team that you have to fill up. It's more than that, but you get where I'm going. And your job as a general manager is to get the best players to fill up those positions. And if the best player is a guard and you got room for a guard on your team, draft a guard. If your running back is trash and you got room for a running back on your team, go get a running back. I don't want to hear y'all say, I won't get Saquon Barkley now because I can get Sony Michel in the second. Well, Sony Michel ain't Saquon Barkley. He's better. So you take him earlier for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you can make that conversation, that argument with anybody. I'm not getting Calvin Ridley here. I can get Christian Kirk later. I'm not getting Josh Rosen here. I can get Luke Falk later. When you get guys later, you miss out on something. I mean, value is important, but value is important in a way that if you're the Dallas Cowboys, you don't draft a running back in the first round. You got Zeke. That's missing out on your value. But if you're the Dallas Cowboys and your left guard situation was a problem last year, and you see Will Hernandez on the board, and he will easily fix your left guard problem, you're drafting for your identity. You're drafting to fix a broken spot. You're not necessarily drafting a left guard. You drafting to fix a problem, whatever that problem may be. You see what I'm saying? So if you're the New York Giants at number 2, pressure tells you, hey, you're at number 2, go draft a quarterback. But Vach Lombardi tells you, you can draft a quarterback, you still got that offensive line problem. Go get the best player in the draft, who, in my opinion, is an offensive lineman, a left guard. You fix your offensive line, and you don't have that problem to worry about for the next 15 years. Oh, pass rush is more important. Well, I got questions about the top pass rusher in this draft, or the top edge player. I don't have as many questions about the top running back. You go get the running back. He'll be great for the next 12 years. Move along. Go draft the quarterback next year. If you really that bad, you'll be bad all over again, and just draft the quarterback next year. It's just me hating on this whole position value thing. Every position is valuable. If your right guard trash, your offensive line is going to be trash. You know? If your strong safety's trash, we can figure out how to manipulate your strong safety and make your defense trash. Get the best players, all right? Follow me on Twitter, VOCHLOMBARDI. Y'all should be liking the hell out of this video. I need a bunch of likes on this thing. Those are free. You ain't got to pay to like this video. If you're watching this video on demand, go in the comment section. Tell me your thoughts about what we talked about today. If you got an extra $1 or $2, The Patreon is more important than eating food and drinking water. Please consider that. If you want a Speed Strength ass whoop shirt, please consider that. That's more of an even exchange. Y'all can wear that. You can't wear that Patreon sub, but you can wear that shirt though. It's a nice shirt, in my opinion. Don't forget about the Fan Drafted app. That's what I use to simulate mock drafts. I think it's pretty dope. I think it's a little better than Fan Speak, but it is what it is. Go check that out. Go join my Facebook group, Lombardi's Draft Talk. It's about 3,870 members in there just talking football. I'm in there with them, disagreeing with a lot of the peanut gallery things that they say. And don't forget, we got quarterback week going on right now. Tomorrow's video is going to be Josh Allen. We're going to see what my opinion is on Josh Allen. Tune in tomorrow at 7 a.m. Central Time. That's when it's going to be released. All the rest of the quarterback week videos are going to be released at that exact time. All right? With that being said, man, thank y'all for tuning in. I normally don't do a bunch of live streams when the sun is out, but it is what it is. Y'all hold it down for the Doski, Woski, and the Peaski Whiskey, all right? I'm going to be mingling in this chat box for a little bit. Salute, y'all. Peace.